Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Geeks and Gamers. Some Geeks and Gamers report claims that Millie Bobby Brown filed harassment and bullying complaints against Stranger Things Marvel star David Harbour. Ex-community note flags source chain. That's a big negative bueness, if you ask me. Man, so how old was Millie Bobby Brown when she started doing Stranger Things, right? If she was like 14 or something like that. Yeah, she's like 21, 22. So when did she start filing that? I don't know, but let's see. Well, that's wild though. That's wild. Let's see. A new report claims that Stranger Things star Millie Bobby Brown filed a harassment and bullying complaint against her co-star David Harbour before filming the show's final season. We do know that she's gotten a lot of cosmetic surgery. She sort of looks like a Kardashian now. And yeah, she started like looking very, very mature and stuff like that. Maybe David Harbour is a little creep that was like, hey, baby, come over here and sit on Santa's lap and stuff like that, right? Hey, you know who I am? I'm the Red Guardian, y'all. But here's the part Hollywood and the hype account skip. Netflix hasn't confirmed anything. The claims come from the Mail on Sunday. The sourcing trails runs through a friend of Lily Allen, Harbour's estranged wife. Ooh, all right. In other words, the story comes wrapped in anonymous sourcing, tabloid oxygen, and celebrity breakup fallout. The social media users noticed immediately. So right over here, this is actually from the source, from the community note. In fact, a post spreading claims on X was hit with a community note, which stated the source only quoted as of a friend of Mr. Harbour's estranged wife, described from the article a friend of Mrs. Allen whose new album eviscerates Mr. Harbour, claiming he cheated on her multiple times. What? So yes, the story is out there, but let's break down what's real, what's speculative, and what fans need to treat with caution. Now, I hope that's not the case, is because that means that this guy has been harassing Millie Bobby Brown prior to season 5, right? Right, like that means like ever since what, like season 2 or 3 or 4 or something like that. Look, I get it. All right, I get it. People have weird fucking urges. People are fucking weird and stuff like that. You don't ever act on those fucking crazy weird urges because you'll go to jail. All right? Look, have I been noticing that Maisie Williams' butt and boobs have gotten bigger over the times when she was playing Arya Stark? Absolutely, but I don't say anything. And it felt weird in the last season when she started like taking off her clothes and you see her butt crack and stuff like that. You're like, oh man, am I supposed to be watching this at the last season of Game of Thrones when she have sex with a fucking whatever that one dude, the fucking Baratheon dude? You know, like I don't know. Is this okay? Like, that's weird, right? And same thing with Ariel Winter from Modern Family, right? I always thought she was just a cute little girl with class and stuff, like she's smart ass and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, puberty hit her, and I'm like, damn, where are those titties coming from? Right? But I don't say anything, right? I just say, hey, I just because I'm noticing doesn't mean I'm gonna be doing anything, right? But the thing is that we do know Hollywood has been inundated with a lot of these pedophile rings and shit like that, right? These people who are grooming people at a very, very young age and stuff. So I hope it's not true, but I won't be shocked if it is, right? So according to the report, Brown allegedly filed pages and pages of complaints about Harbour before shooting season 5, prompting Netflix to look into it. The Mail also says that the allegations did not involve sexual misconduct and that Brown had a representative with her on set during film. Okay, so nothing sexual. He was just maybe bullying her, making fun of her or whatever. She felt uncomfortable. Okay, maybe something like that. The outlets quoted an unnamed source saying Millie Bobby Brown filed a harassment and bullying claim before they started shooting the last season. There were pages and pages of accusations. The investigation went on for months. The source said that Netflix will never comment on an internal investigation, but the fact that they have not denied it speaks volumes. Netflix stance? No confirmation, no denial, just silence. The silence hits Hollywood standard playbook. If it's just noise, ignore it and hope for the premiere date of November 26th arrives before the buzz becomes a problem. Meanwhile, Harper's ex-wife drops music about broken relationship. Right, there it is. There it is. All right, it's like all of this hit while Harper's marriage to Lily Allen has very publicly unraveled, and she just released an album with lyrics many listeners think point the finger at Harper. In the interview of the Sunday Times, Allen admitted, I don't think I could say it's all true. I have artistic license, but yes, there are definitely things I've experienced within my relationship that have ended up on this album, which is fine, but also highlights the context for this whole rumor chain. Personal turmoil to anonymous source to tabloid reports to social media wildfire. Hollywood veterans will recognize the formula. It's certainly questionable that the friend of Allen opened up to the press about the story that makes Harper look bad, while at the same time Allen releases the album about how terrible David Harbour is. While there's no way to verify this connection, it has been prevalent in online discussions surrounding the controversy. Now, I think a lot of people would prefer this not to be true anyways, is because a lot of people love Stranger Things and they love David Harbour's character in Stranger Things, right? So, given the fact that this is the final season, Netflix is basically, they're smart for not addressing it, just letting it just go away. If you do not say anything, people have short attention spans, TikTok minds or what have you, and people will just completely forget that this incident even occurred. I think that's what's going to be it for them, and that's how they should handle it, in my opinion, especially if you're talking about money. Anything that will dampen or put a curb to the box office is because they are going to be having the last part of it in the movies. They want to make sure that this goes on without a hitch, right? Let's see. This isn't a pick side moment, and yet the truth is nobody outside the private circles knows yet. No public filings, no official comment, nor from either actor. Nothing verified by Netflix, just one tablet report reported by outlets hungry for clicks ahead of Stranger Things final season. In my opinion, it could be bullshit. Of course, it could be bullshit. Maybe he said, she said, or whatever, some telephone bullshit by the time they basically got to it, right? We don't know, right? I think Jay and Ryan were saying, why didn't Netflix address the situation? I think that's the reason why, right? Because if I was Netflix, and if there was like a huge thing that's been happening where like one of my main stars is accusing or putting some kind of restraining order or some kind of like fucking crazy shit that's happening in between the actors, I want to make sure that nobody is talking about this until after everything has wrapped, right? I want to make sure that the movie, the TV show, the marketing, all that kind of stuff, like everyone's super hyped about it, so they do not lose numbers. Remember that this is one of their biggest television things ever, and everyone loves Stranger Things, right? Especially season 4 basically came back really good with Eddie, and I think Eddie season 4 was great with the introduction of Vecna and One and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to watching the final season and potentially watching it in the movie theaters. That could be really cool. So as Netflix, I would not say anything either, but I do understand that like if it is something that big, right, and if it's a lie, they would say something about it. It's like, oh, that's all fabricated. This is actually incorrect. Netflix will come out saying, oh, the allegations and the stuff you've been hearing all over the internet are absolutely untrue. Millie Bobby Brown and David Harbour are actually like real daughter and father on set and even off the set. So like, but we're not sure, right? Because the fact that they haven't denied it is the actual question here, whether or not this is true. Adding fuel to the story, in 2018 People sourced interview, David Harbour said, Millie Bobby Brown, I try to protect her as much as I can. The quote is now circling again, depending on who you are. It's either ironic or an awkward timing. Let's see. The situation might blow up or might disappear tomorrow until someone goes on record. It just sits in the reported but unverified column. I think that's what's going to happen. No one's going to talk about it. Maybe something will come out in the future. Maybe there's a Me Too movement that's going to be going after David Harbour for being overbearing or whatever it is, but we will never know. Is because none of it has been verified, and I do wonder if, David Harbour is going to say anything. We do know that a lot of people who are on the show, people at Netflix, David Harbour himself, are crazy TDS people, so maybe some people want this to happen. I don't really care about that. But for me, I just want the movie and the show to do well. and hopefully it pulls through. I'm looking forward to it. I think November 26th is a very good date. You have that and Christmas and then New Year's and stuff like that. It's gonna be pretty damn cool. But we'll see what's gonna happen though. We'll see.